Vai'cairn thought for a moment. They were simply horns, like tusks or bones. Yes, but to what did they belong? What creature do you know which possesses such horns? None. I have never seen or heard such an animal. By their size, they would have to belong to something very, very big. Then think about it. Horns of great beasts no one has ever seen, found across the island, standing in certain locations, including an ancient temple from an era past, adorning a room giving tribute to a god holding a sacrificial dagger, ritual and slaughter. The Hyrosians killed whatever the horns belonged to? Ven'eth nodded. The original masters of the island, even greater than the tigers, the Hyrosians, slaughtered them and became the new masters. What were they? Behemoths, great horned behemoths. I know because it has been passed down to me, as it was passed down to the one who was my guide. Do you know how the Hyrosians disappeared? Well, they did not completely disappear. Those who remained were transformed, made into lesser beings. The Hyrogs. Yes, the Hyrogs. The savage little people found along the coasts of the mainland. They are depraved fragments of the Hyrosians. And our enemy? Vai'cairn nodded, slowly. Now, she said, you made the observation that when you removed the pearl from the whale god engraving, some magic effect was triggered. Then, once back out in the ocean waters, you found a great beast waiting for you. Yes, it was like an orca, only it had 4 legs. Legs like those of an animal. It resembled the whale god? In a way, yes. I believe it was a guardian, a bound creature called to that spot to protect against intruders, such as yourself. I have heard of these beasts. I believe they are called the Orcanox. They are known to live in the wild waters, farther away from this island. It is good that you are able to get away, for a creature such as that rivals even the sea behemoths. The memory of the Orcanox sent a chill down Vai'cairn's spine. But when you removed the jade idol, no such effect occurred? Asked Ven'eth. No. Vai'cairn removed the small statuette from his pouch and handed it to Ven'eth. She seemed interested in it. May I have this? She asked. I will make sure to compensate you. She pulled 2 small gourds off a tortoiseshell tray. The gourds were corked and smelled faintly of sweet nuts. These potions have the effect of soothing minor wounds and restoring stamina. Vai'cairn shook his head in agreement and took the 2 potions. There is something else, said Vai'cairn. In my travels through the jungle, I came across a woman living in a hut. She said her name was Tenik Yuga. Tenik Yuga? I can't believe she is still alive. Ven'eth sounded surprised and perplexed. You know her? Well, I know of her. She is very old and supposedly very powerful. I'm surprised she didn't turn you into an iguana just for stepping foot in her grove. What is she, a voodoo witch? Vai'cairn's voice expressed more concern than he would have wished to let on. Some say so. She asked me a riddle, and when I tried to answer, she laughed at me and turned away. What was the riddle? Vai'cairn thought for a moment, and with a couple of tries he recollected it. I can grow up, I can grow down, I can be any size, I can be any color or shade. I am an old tree, I am a young growth, I can be the rarest prize, or completely worthless and plain. Ven'eth pondered the riddle for a few minutes. She chewed her spicy pink root and looked up, as if trying to remember something.
Stone, she said. The answer is stone.
Vai'cairn blinked and shifted his weight.
What did you say?
Ven'eth asked, smiling.
Nothing. Never mind.
She chuckled and then stood up, holding his arm and nodding.
As much as you're a young upstart, Vai'cairn, you make me proud.
Young upstart? I can best any warrior of my age, and even many older than me.
The warriors, yes, but the berserkers of our tribe probably no. You see, any arc I can learn the spear or chakram or war club, but only a very select few live with their body and heart so close to the spirit world. You do not understand the spirits the way I do. You do not commune with them as I, but they stand beside you, move you, and trance you during the peak of battle. The jaguar and the boar are with you. The jaguar represents strength, cunning, and athleticism. The boar represents tenacity and resilience. These spirits, and the spirits of the ancestral berserkers that came before you, are your brothers and sisters. They shall be your guide as much as I, and you in turn shall be the killing claw, the goring tusk, the crashing wave that scatters our foes. You are the passions of our hearts and the fire upon our beach. You do not fear the savage fury of nature. You are it.
Vai'cairn sat silent for a while. The shaman's words seemed to sink deep within him. He didn't know whether to embrace Ven'eth or let loose a glorious battle cry. He breathed in, long and slow, and said, "Thank you for your wisdom, Ven'eth." She smiled knowingly and replied,
Your first challenge is over. Do you know what that means?
What? Vai'cairn asked.
The next one already awaits you.
I am ready. Vai'cairn could feel an intensity rising.
Not quite yet.
Ven'eth put out her hand as if to stop him.
I have yet to give you your first proving gift.
Ven'eth went to the corner of her hut, where a number of staffs and long spears leaned. She grabbed one of the finished long spears and presented it to Vai'cairn.
This I completed 3 nights ago, during the powerful thunderstorm. It has the power of the storm within it.
Thank you. You honor me. Vai'cairn bowed his head some toward Ven'eth. He gripped the long spear in his hands. It was made of polished bamboo and set with an obsidian spear tip. An elven rune which stood for thunder was set into the haft, just below the tip.
I thought you would like it,
said Ven'eth. That I do, Vai'cairn stated as he executed a few practiced thrusts.
And I can't wait to use it.